What I Do YouTube. This is Real Wrestling, episode 25. Let's just go ahead and get it started. My name is Giakis.
Man, that bitch getting old. 25. The real X Dog.
Yeah, 25. Shit.
It's your boy, The Concept.
Go ham.
Rage Incarnate.
Cool. He changed his name. All right. We'll go ahead and get it started. We're gonna talk a little bit about TNA. Anybody want to say anything about TNA?
I ain't got nothing to say.
All right.
Havok's kind of cool, and let's see, TNA did something I think was kind of stupid. They basically hinged Bobby Lashley's TNA title reign based on his winning or losing at Bellator. If he won at Bellator, he stays champion. If he loses on Bellator, he loses the world title at the next set of tapings.
You know what? That gave me a great tie-in. Bellator is a piece of shit. No wonder they can't compete in
Bellator is the TNA of MMA.
They're worse than TNA of MMA. Because for crying out loud, it looks like they paid these people to act like they're in the World Wrestling Entertainment.
I'm just saying, like, Bellator's Bellator is like the distant number 2 to UFC. With like TNA to WWE.
They tried to make MMA reality TV. Except without any reality.
Don't you mean the Ultimate Fighter? That's reality in MMA.
No, that's actual reality TV. They're trying to make reality TV without any reality.
Yep.
King Mo was talking shit with the microphone in the Octagon. And I know this nigga got a contract with TNA because Spike probably playing all this shit together.
He was actually in the Dixie storyline too.
Yeah, he was taking the train to Dixieland.
So not only do they have these people crossing over, they got people talking trash inside MMA ring. You will never see that in.
Yep, Bush League stuff.
It just don't make no sense.
Hey, it's no surprise they're both on Spike.
Well, I'm just saying, Bellator is like the TNA of MMA.
It's worse than that.
Well, I'm just saying it's like it because what other nationally promoted MMA promotion is there? Anyway, Jessicka Havok is awesome in Impact. She's about to win the knockout title.
Let me say something about Jessicka Havok real quick.
Yes.
I didn't know she was that large.
I have no clue who this is.
She is
big bitch.
She wears this gas mask in her entrance, and she has a dubstep theme.
And she has Cassie's haircut.
And she basically goes ham in all her matches.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She basically, like, they had a knockout #1 contender match, and she just threw everybody out of the ring like it ain't nothing.
I only saw her once, and that was she chokeslammed. She chokeslammed two security people. And
I thought there's a lot of these pictures that we will show y'all of Jessicka Havok does not, at the moment, justify her size compared to the other knockouts.
Yeah, she is large.
Yeah, like, pictures of her, like, you think, okay, she's about the same size, and then you see her in the ring compared to everybody else, and you're just like, damn, she is a lot bigger.
This is what I want to say is like TNA overall, because TNA has got really good, surprisingly. And then they do something stupid. Of course you see this.
The reason TNA's been good is because they do it, keep it simple. But anyway.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying though. Of course we all know they got a pay-per-view coming up, I think beginning of October. Bound for Glory, the biggest pay-per-view.
The one in Japan.
Yeah. Okay, tell me why they are already taping events after they pay-per-view that's not aired yet. And on one of these tapings, they changed all their champions. So basically, what is the fucking point of watching Bound for Glory? We know that everybody's gonna retain now. And usually to lose the title at this taping.
And the dumb part is, usually Bound for Glory is the end of the Bound for Glory series, which they haven't even fucking had.
Which was one of the best things, the best ideas they ever had. To me, that's the best idea TNA ever had, was the Bound for Glory series.
Yeah, it was basically a Swiss-style tournament against each other, and then the final four would have like a single elimination tournament, and boom.
Okay, and then like he said with the James Storm thing, that shit's great. It's like he is single-handedly reshaping the X division. Like he pick people who ain't doing shit. He re-images them and then be like, well, you know what? That's much better. Like he did with who was
Sonata?
Sonata was great, because I hated Sonata until the whole change. Until it became the great Sonata, I was like, James Storm's a genius. Then he did the same thing with, I don't know what Manet's new name is. But
But I don't know. I like the way.
Go ahead.
I like the way that they're making James Storm look like someone like a Charles Manson figure. He has he's like collecting his own group of like warriors or whatever, and crafting them with his evil message of doom and death and murder and in the wrestling terms.
CM Punk heavy.
Anyway, let's go to NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way.
Better than every Raw in the last 2 months.
Better than most of the pay-per-views they had. Most of the pay-per-views they had. So.
See, I would pay $9.99 just to watch NXT.
Well, let's see.
That's what I do.
Who is running this to justify that?
Triple H.
Who's not running Raw? See?
Yeah, but
Hey,
it's different between Raw and NXT. Triple H don't write NXT. They have one writer though.
Yeah, and
it's one person who only listens to Triple H, and Triple H is barely there. So Triple H okays a little bit, and the writer basically do what he wants. We got a madman running Raw who don't listen to nobody. He don't listen to nobody.
Still putting Dean
Like,
Ambrose in the room.
Jericho said himself, like, at the end of the day, whatever Vince wants, Vince get. It don't matter how bad you say this shit is. Whatever Vince wants, Vince get. But back to NXT.
Hey, there was more than just the Fatal 4-Way. There was some good shit too in that.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about it too.
Well,
Like,
they called
Bayley
it
and Charlotte.
Well, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. It's called NXT Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Takeover Fatal 4-Way. So I just called it what's on the page.
Well, I mean, WWE hasn't been that great with
Okay, there you
that.
go.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
fuck with it.
I mean, our next pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell.
And there's probably not even going to be 2 Hell in the Cells. I at least give TNA one thing. When they call pay-per-view lockdown, every match is in the goddamn cage. Every match.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about this takeover thingy. First match was there was like a dark match, but who cares about that? Paige versus Becky Lynch, which I think they should. I don't know. I like this Becky Lynch character. I was reading up a little bit about her. She seems pretty cool.
Another thing about NXT, I know they're gonna do something with it because I never thought they were gonna do any shit with Bayley, and they did. So
They actually put Paige in the dark match.
And why not?
And why not? The Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara versus the Ascension.
That match was
Connor
not
and
bad.
Victor.
That match wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I liked it. I
But,
really did like it.
I mean, as long as the Ascension's getting called up soon, I don't mind them winning it. But if the Ascension are not going to get called up soon, then I'm like, I wish they stayed champ.
I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, they held the title for 344 days, and they had already squashed Kalisto already.
But it was a really good match. High action, a lot of action. Good spots.
Yeah.
Man, really good way to start off a show.
Yeah, great job of having Hunico play Sin Cara. He doesn't botch.
Yeah. And he had, I've mentioned this before, he delivers a little bit of a strength factor.
Yeah.
And Kalisto is amazing, but damn, he's like smaller than Rey Mysterio. That's about the only
He's
problem.
shorter than Paige.
However, he can do that. He can do that side DDT.
Yeah, that side driver.
Side driver is amazing.
I mean, it almost looks better than Ultima Dragons, and that's saying something.
All right, let's go to the next match. Baron Corbin versus CJ Parker.
Oh, that
finisher! My God,
that finisher is awesome.
That's all we can say. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
What did Renee Young call CJ Parker? A Hot Topic T-shirt. I was done. I heard that. I was done. That finisher, what is called? End of Days. My God,
that was
ridiculous.
Too fast.
All he did is a punch and just
Irish
Irish rip.
That was fire.
Yeah.
Even for a squash.
30-second squash match. That was I see good things from that kid.
Yeah.
Next match is Enzo Amore with Colin Cassidy versus Sylvester Lefort with Marcus Louis.
Yeah, and that hair versus hair match.
Man,
really
best
can't
way-
really talk about the match.
Yeah.
The match was okay. The after thing was
The
awesome.
after thing is what you really.
Best way to describe it now is BAWLD. Bold.
I like the way
Enzo said it.
I like the way they led into it. Like that, they showed a little segment where, like, after they lost a match in the tag team tournament, the dude came out and shaved the dude's Enzo's beard and
Or
shit.
some of it all.
Then the next week they had that hilarious ass skit, man. with the shaving cream or whatever that shit is.
All over that big ass doodle.
It's a hair
That
removal cream.
poor Fifi, man.
I love a Fifi.
Poor Fifi.
Fifi ball, man. Fifi ball caramel out of a job. All because of Enzo.
Go on to like one of the second worst burial match. Dempsey versus Mojo Rawley.
I love this match.
That match had me dying laughing, son.
Because he got beaten, he stayed beat.
He got beat.
What tripped me out was when that nigga, that 300-pound motherfucker just jumped off the top rope and just headbutt that dude. He didn't even put his arms out like,
I don't know what it is about Bill Dempsey, but I like the guy. Like, his theme song's hilarious. Like, bull!
Yeah. From the beginning, he started to grow me from the very beginning. Because the first time, I'm like, what the hell y'all doing?
And then he came out and squashed that guy.
Yeah,
and then after the match, he went and headbutted his
That
ass.
shit was so funny. The second time, it looked like he had like, man, fuck this shit.
The squash threw me off because that was one of the few matches on the show that actually had a story building into it.
Yeah.
So I thought they would give them time. No, Boy Dempsey's like, this is why I didn't want him to be my partner.
But
he sucks.
I like Bull Dempsey, but not only because of that, because Taz trained him, so that means he's automatically okay. He's okay. He's okay already. Yeah.
I think
As long as he didn't learn how to do commentary from Taz, he'd be fine.
Oh, the promo he delivered was good, so he already back out and beat there too.
Taz back in the day actually did some pretty good promos. It's just him on the announcing booth just sucks.
And since Bull Dempsey seemed to be a throwback to the old school, some old school type heels, maybe Vince McMahon won't screw him over.
I wish he would stop talking about. I mean, I wish he would stop talking about being old school and just be old school. Because I mean, don't talk it, be it.
Yeah.
But that's about the only complaint I got about Bull Dempsey.
I hear you.
Other than that, I mean, he's great. I mean, you don't see a guy like that in WWE too often, unless he's the butt of a joke or something like that.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I'm afraid of when Bull gets on, if he gets to the main roster, I could hear it now. JBL or King making fat jokes to him about him or something like that. Second, he starts losing.
But anyway, Charlotte versus Bayley. What do you think about this match?
That was a great match.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was great. I like when Charlotte was doing that leg suplex, the suplexing over just with her leg. That shit was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I like the chain wrestling too.
Yeah, a lot of chain wrestling.
Yeah.
And Bayley did what was it, a Bayley Canrana or a
Bayley Steiner?
Bayley Steiner.
Yeah, she did a Bayley Steiner from the top. It was pretty cool.
Because, I mean, I don't want to call it wrong. I don't want Steiner right behind me telling me I'm wrong.
That was a Bayley Steiner.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a good match.
Really good match.
Then who was that other chick that was a part of the BFFs?
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, she came out there to talk shit to us about to beat Bayley down, and Charlotte went in and stopped her. Like get off of her, I respect her now thing.
Yeah, so that kind of de facto turned Charlotte face.
Yeah,
they should have been dead too, actually.
I mean, when you got Ric Flair as your father, unless you start acting like the Nature Boy, and speaking of which, her new shirt, basically is an old Flair shirt.
I think she'll be getting called up soon because I just remember Paige was NXT Women's Champion too when she got called up, and then she got stripped.
Also, Charlotte is I remember reading somewhere, she's way better than she has any right to be considering her experience.
They don't just call people up quickly though. They might do it with her, but Paige was sitting in NXT for the longest.
Yeah.
They were waiting for her to turn 21.
Yes, they've been wanting to call up Paige. Once Paige turned 21, she was on the main roster.
All right, let's go to the Fatal 4-Way, the main event. Adrian Neville versus Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze versus Tyson Kidd.
That match was great.
Oh yeah, that was a 5-star match.
Facts.
I think Natty's husband did a pretty good job.
Natty's husband did do a good job. So did the Hobbit.
So did the Hobbit.
And
the Uggo.
Tyler Breeze, at first I thought Tyler Breeze's gimmick was so stupid. I mean, he's basically evil Zoolander, but he grew on me over time.
It's still stupid.
It is still stupid, but he makes it work.
With me, if you can wrestle and you got a great gimmick like that, it's an automatically screen push.
I still love that he was out for like a month or 2 months with his unfortunate hand modeling accident with his broken finger. And he says, I don't think I could ever wrestle again after this hand modeling accident. You're just like, it's just a broken finger, dude. He'll recover.
How you break your finger modeling your hand? That's fine.
It was an unfortunate hand modeling accident.
Wasn't it? Did he squash Mojo Rawley when he wrestled with the broken
It was
finger?
probably a masturbation lotion.
That shit right there was so funny. Man, I was like, how you gonna wrestle with a broken thing? Next thing you know, beauty shot match over.
Well, I mean, in fairness, he has a kick finisher, so I mean.
But man, during that match, Sami Zayn spent a lot of time outside the ring on the floor because he got dropped.
Adrian never couldn't stay in the ring.
Yeah, he couldn't stay in the ring. It was basically
action.
Kid versus Breeze, and even that was great.
They were double teaming Zayn.
Yeah, that too.
Every time Neville got in the ring, they threw his ass back outside. And that's double team Zayn.
And
yeah,
then,
Sami Zayn got his ass whooped 85% of the match.
Yeah, but he did have some cool moments. Like, he did that leap through the second rope, and then he thought he was going to go for a tornado DDT, but instead he turned it around, landed, and suplexed a guy.
He tried till he missed it.
Yeah, but it was still a great recovery because it almost looked like, okay, he was doing that on purpose.
That was one. Yeah, that was one of the botches, and the other one was when he went for the Blue Thunder Bomb and what's the name fell out of it.
Yeah.
So we never got to see it. I was like, man, pick him up and do it.
But the ending was pretty good too. Neville, Sami Zayn was about to get the pin, and Neville pulled it out and super kicked.
The ending was also, it made everybody think Zayn was finna win this match. He went off on everybody. He caught what's the name with the I forgot what he did. He flew through the ropes and hit Neville. Then he came around and did what he was talking about when he flew through the rope and did the tornado DDT.
Yeah.
Then he came in the ring and hit what's the name with the haluva kick.
I think he hit Kid with a haluva kick.
Yeah, he hit Kid with a haluva kick. Then that's when Adrian Neville did a heel move and pulled out the rope.
I will say this, Neville, like, as far as when the video games come out, or if NXT is going to be on the video games, Neville's stats are, I think, going to be probably some of the highest in NXT because his durability is actually quite good in that match.
Yeah.
I mean, he kept getting up from shit, like, especially like you said with Zayn. I mean, you thought Neville was down for the count, but he just popped up and leaped in and, like you said, pulled a heel move. But
he should get the hell out of Zayn. Zayn should have
Yeah,
never got out the ring, man.
Yeah, he got like, what are you doing? And
then T
No,
Target
like, I ain't trying to
acquired.
hit this shit. Let me win the match first.
I also like that. I know we said not to really talk about the Raws leading up, but the Raw before NXT Takeover, the fact that they had that match, the tag match between the floor.
Oh yeah.
That was really promoted really well.
Yeah.
And I remember the main, like when Neville did the red arrow, man, the crowd was just like,
We were neglecting one thing. Kento, Dave.
You mean Hideo Itami?
Kento
He
Hideo
changed his
Itami.
name to was it as a tribute
to somebody.
Yeah,
To
tribute
his
to
mentor who don't exist.
Yeah, and it turns out they just took it from
A baseball player
Hideo
and
Nomo,
Naruto.
the pitcher. Yeah, Naruto. I was like,
Wait, what's the name again?
Tommy.
Hideo
Hideo
Itami.
Itami.
And then he repelled the Ascension, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, he beat their ass.
Lord,
What were you about to
please,
say?
when Kenta gets to the main roster, don't make Vince turn him to a typical Japanese stereotype.
Isn't Natami a common last name or some shit?
No, it means something.
The time is pretty common.
Yeah, Itami.
Tommy means something. They had the meaning.
Yeah, I know it means something,
but
but it's pretty common.
but the Hideo, they got it from the former Dodgers. Hideo Nomo.
That guy with that crazy ass wind up, he looked like he did like 270, and they're like, I'm like, damn, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta
You gotta do the little wind up. Then he turned this way.
Didn't Nomo used to sidearm it?
Sometimes he did. Yeah, sometimes he did.
that
Yeah.
whole step then started with a pause. Then he go.
I'm like, dang, this dude is crazy. This is like a wind up toy or something. But anyway,
Also with NXT, they're saying Fergal Devitt will show up eventually. And
wait, what's his name?
Fergal
I
Devitt.
posted it, but I remember.
Fergal.
Yes,
Fergal Devitt.
What is that?
I don't know.
Okay, explain this to me. What is he exactly? What kind of nationality is he?
Devin?
Irish.
Oh, he's Irish.
And
Yeah.
ain't Fergal his real name?
It is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fergal's his real name.
Well, then that would work.
Yeah,
They gave him his real name, Fergal.
I thought he was in Japan for a long time.
He was in Japan a long time. But
I thought he was Japanese.
Oh.
No, he's
Fergal's
not.
not a Japanese name.
Fergal Devitt.
Okay.
Oh,
He
so
just
Fergal's
he wrestled in
still
Japan.
alive.
and shit.
Right.
He's finna change his name, man.
Yeah, I guess Fergal Devitt does sound kind of dumb, but he can kick the Devitt because, I mean, in Japan he was Prince Devitt. That's why.
Just call him Devitt. Does anybody want to talk about any of the Raws?
I would say something about the Raws leading up.
Yeah, go ahead. Have at it.
About two storylines. I'll start with the short one first. The Rusev thing.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see. Jack Swagger losing, fine. You got to put Rusev over.
Cool.
That's good. You got to build the man up. Mark Henry, at the very least, he should at least won the first outcome, the first one. Leading up, y'all giving this big lead up, all this build up to it. Him not laying down America like Jack Swagger did. You give him a good build up. I mean, for the Raw, like, it looked going in the Night Champions that, okay, Mark Henry should give this man a competitive fight and possibly win that fight. But the second one by John Cena, heading the Night Champions, him, quote unquote, burying the Wise had to happen. Because nobody wants to see Randy Orton and Cena again for that. Come on.
All right, let me say one thing.
Number one, you did not have to bury them like that.
Number one, the Mark Henry thing was exactly like the Jack Swagger thing. That's why I'm not shocked. Number two, they could have just kept Cena off of TV and let him sell the beat.
Yeah.
That would have protected everybody.
But like, to me, they talking about Night Champions. But that would make have a Night Champions worse. When we get to that.
Well, Cena had to get protected.
Really,
he had
not
to be strong.
Really, because if you think about how that match went, my idea works perfectly. Because let me say this, and this dude count going into the Raw lean up to. Cena didn't do shit that made anybody think he could beat Brock Lesnar. Yeah. Not one time. Burying the Wyatts don't mean shit when Harper and Rowan was already losing every week before then.
Yeah,
they wasn't shit.
But it's Cena fight unlike Cena normally fights where he's basically getting beat down. He never gives up. He comes back and then wins.
I give you this. Cena could have came back that Raw that Brock Lesnar came back, and they could have did that whole thing. Because that made you think that Cena had a shot.
But Cena came back before then. You see Cena come back. He's fighting aggressive, not the old. He fighting more like old school, the word like Cena. He's actually fighting. He was actually aggressive in his fight instead of him basically just being passive, get a few moves in, 5 moves of doom, win match. That was it. He actually did something for once.
Although I know one thing on one of the Raws before one live event, the way the light came off of Cena, it looked like Cena had a spirit bomb. And remember that image, like I sent y'all, and I'm like, looks like Cena's learned the spirit bomb, but will the WWE Universe give him enough energy to beat the Beast Lesnar? Find out next week on WWE.
But the other thing about that leading up to it, I knew the Raw.
No, fighting legendary Beast Lesnar.
I knew the Raw leading up to it. When Cena decided FU Seth Rollins on the table.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that, but Ellis was doing his thing. Whitey was doing his thing, my bad.
It's the fact that Cena was fighting way more aggressive than the normal, never give up Cena. He showed a different side. He showed an old school side of himself.
See, I was going to talk about that 6-man tag match because he didn't do shit. And when he got in the ring and did his typical Cena, instead of winning the match, since he was supposed to try to impress Triple H, he tagged in Roman Reigns. I'm like, what the fuck was that for?
Vince,
the right.
Exactly.
I said that too. I said like, why? First of all, y'all been Cena. Why y'all putting him in tag matches?
Yeah, it's like.
And he was burying the Wyatts. Yeah, y'all get him beat down. Then y'all turn to a 6-man tag match. I'm like, what's the point that y'all beat the living hell out of Bray Wyatt? Ways he now got beat down.
Yeah.
He gets jumped.
Let's get a night chance.
Like I said,
I told y'all.
That's what this really talking about.
Like Goham said, they should have just kept him off TV. I would have let them make maybe 2 weeks off. I would have gave him 2 weeks off so he could recover from that ass whooping.
Ooh, I got something
Long
funny
as
to
he
say
did what
about
he did
the Raws
after the
before
fact,
too.
I'll be good with it.
Yeah.
If he did it that way.
Here's the other funny thing on Raw: the greatest storyline ever. The Nikki Bella and Paige and AJ.
And we going on a Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have to say this one thing that really confused the hell out of me. Okay, they had brought Jerry Springer on the fucking show.
Oh, God.
No. Hear me out. Okay. How the hell do you get incapacitated by having 2 bitches roll on you, son?
I mean, he is in his 60s.
That don't mean anything.
Hey, you'd be incapacitated too. 2 bitches fell on you. I know.
They'd have to be the damn size of fucking Awesome Kong for that to happen. Shit.
That's not what I meant. But
actually, I'll take that smother. I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, I stopped giving a fuck about that storyline once Stephanie got kicked out of it.
Yeah.
Or when Nikki and Bray got involved.
Or how about them shoving Nikki Bella in the middle of AJ and Paige?
Yeah,
What tripped me out though about that whole thing was when Nikki Bella said you should have died in the womb.
I wish you died in the womb.
Oh my damn!
Remember the Bray facts? Who but I didn't tell anybody. Bray did this, but I'm not telling you.
I was like,
yes.
There's little kids watching this shit, man. You know what do they? What do they say? Mommy's having another little child. We're gonna have another little daughter, or a little brother, or a little sister, or whatever. What does it look like for a little kid to be saying you should? When they have a little disagreement or some shit. You should have died in the womb. Come on, man. That's setting a bad example for these kids.
See, hold on. Let me say one thing. That's why you gotta blame the writers, because they gave Nikki that badass dialogue to work with.
Yeah.
And everybody like, Nikki's such a bad actor. Look what the fuck she working with.
Yeah. I was gonna follow up on that. Like, y'all try so hard to get her heat by having her say things like that, like, and it still doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
It don't sound believable. And number two is like, oh, y'all supposed to be PG and saying things like that.
The first match is Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos.
Great opener. A great match.
I think it was a pretty good match. I
didn't see it, so I don't know.
I meant to say great choice for opening. It was a good match. It wasn't a great match. It was a good match.
It wasn't better than the one with the Wyatt.
No, it wasn't. But it was good to get the crowd hyped, because that's what the Usos
good action, high spots and stuff like that.
Yeah, just the ending kind of sucked to me. But you shouldn't just be winning by roll-ups.
I hate roll-ups.
And to be the title need to change.
I tried to justify when we were watching it. I tried to justify. Say, I wondered did he land on his face? Did the knees hit his face? Nope. So I was like, nah, that was a dumb way to lose.
Yeah, I mean,
And then they did the right thing on Raw, because I remember when the exact thing happened with Goldust, and he got up and hit him with the cutter. They didn't win the match, but he did get up and hit him with the cutter. I was like, why they couldn't do that? Not the champion. The exact same thing. Just let Stardust get up and hit him with the Dark Matter or whoever the League of Man was.
Yeah.
I think it was Stardust.
It was Cody, yeah.
Yeah, the Dark Matter or
with the Dark Matter or the Crossroads, anything.
He rolled him up.
He rolled him up.
Yeah.
They love them roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups, boy. Let's go to Sheamus versus Cesaro for the United States Championship.
Damn good match.
To me, the match of the night.
Sleeper match.
The only thing that sucked about the match was the ending. I mean, typical Sheamus match.
Yeah.
Bro kick out of nowhere.
As one of the people that
Rage
Incarnate is friends with on Facebook said, can't they come up with a new finish to these Sheamus matches?
Yeah,
you've seen the ref take him off the corner.
I've seen that so many fucking times.
Yeah. It's time to change it.
I mean,
or turn Sheamus heel. Change him.
It says Sheamus. It says
but
Sheamus.
Cesaro's a heel.
I know.
Doesn't make any sense. Unless they swap, they'll do a double swap.
Since Sheamus is one of the few guys look to have a whole variety of moves, he could at least win something without the broke. He does have the Irish cross, the white noise, pale justice, and the broke.
Yeah, he hasn't used that move.
He hasn't used that move in so long.
So, I mean,
it's been like 3 years since he used that move.
Pale justice no more. They told him to stop.
He has so many moves. I don't even know exactly
for potential injury. He ain't
nobody
with it yet.
Which one is the pale justice?
That's the crucifix powerbomb.
Yeah.
However, the cool part was
high cross.
Cesaro did one of his old classic moves, the Alapaha water slide on the Sheamus. That thing was pretty cool. I wish he'd do that move more often. But
he's never given time.
I mean, it's relatively safe the way he comes down with it. Because I remember reading somewhere that only Sheamus is the only one who's token it in WWE.
He is.
Yeah, the Aberdeen water slide.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know, every time y'all ask why somebody don't do a move more often, I'm gonna say because they don't be given time.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's always right.
Well, they told Cesaro not to do the swing anymore because that's getting face pops. Well, then turn him face then. I mean,
or you can let him do it.
Shitload of moves that
Who
just
cares?
Face.
People want to see the damn swing. Who gives a fuck what his people think?
I mean, he was the king of swing, but he didn't do the damn swing.
Yes.
I get some of where you want the heels to get heel reaction, but the thing is, if it putting asses in seats, is putting asses
This
in
is
seats.
2014. The fans are going to cheer whoever the fuck they want to cheer.
I thought they were blurring the lines between heel and face.
Yeah, what happened to that shit?
And then they took.
Well, you got Brock Lesnar.
They were taking Cesaro signs out of the crowd too, so they're just killing him. They're killing anything.
But damn.
With the heel and face thing,
Fuck that
it's
shit.
easy to do. Cesaro was getting over. Turn him face. Everybody hates Randy Orton. Turn him heel.
Thank you.
It's simple.
Randy Orton is a heel.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the next match. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
Awesome,
Of course, with the stunt doubles.
I gotta go first on this.
Damien Mizdow and R. Ziggler.
I'll say this on the ride over here. First of all, WWE should be ashamed of what they did to those 4 superstars in that match. This is an Intercontinental title match.
At a pay-per-view.
At a pay-per-view. Y'all bring out 2 country-ass niggas from Florida Georgia line, the guest commentator doing a title match.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
And the announcer's not even talking about the action in the ring. Y'all are talking about them about that damn hour that nobody except for Nashville give a shit about. And then of all this, you gonna have them get a spot with a wrestler where they had no idea what they're gonna do. One shove and one went for a punch which turned into a shove. And then that puts Sandow down. And then our truth chases Sandow off.
Yeah, it's Art Ziggler, yeah.
Somewhere later on the match,
Mizdow
Mizdow comes back.
And where's R. Ziggler?
Yeah, what's R. Ziggler? And y'all give him the title, and you give Miz the title by roll-up.
With a dirty roll-up at that, by the way.
Yeah.
He had the tights.
They had a blur.
And then for the next night, y'all give Miz, then next night you give Dolph the title right back.
I will say this,
we'll
though.
talk about that.
I will say this: when he won the title,
okay.
Miz won the
Yeah.
title. I
Yeah.
wanted Mizdow to come out with a toy Intercontinental title belt. Remember, I said that on Sunday, and then what did we get on Monday?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. We'll talk about that now. What was the fucking point of him losing the title if you're just gonna give it back to him the next day?
So they guarantee them to have more matches.
That makes Miz and Dolph Ziggler look weak. That makes the title look worthless, which it is. It just makes it look even more worthless. And what was the point? You didn't build anybody up, and you didn't bury anybody. You didn't do anything. They just...
That sounds about right.
Hey, it's better than being buried.
That's Congress.
Remember when he beat Barrett for the title at WrestleMania and Barrett got it the next night? How many times they gonna do Miz like that?
And then I'm like, what is... I don't get it. The title match and a pay-per-view.
And remember I was talking about, remember when I told them when they did the R. Ziggler thing on SmackDown? And I said I liked it better on Raw because JBL and King made that shit so funny. And then when the pay-per-view comes, they're not even paying attention to the match. Like this would have been hilarious if they was paying attention to the match. All they could do was talk about these 2 dudes who nobody gave 2 fucks about. It's like.
And they're
Florida,
from Tennessee.
Got they invented to that paper.
You said they're from Tennessee. What's the point of them being from Tennessee? They're Florida, Georgia line.
I asked that same fucking question.
Now, this would have been one of those things where Florida Georgia Line did this on Raw on a non-title match.
Who gives a fuck?
I would have been fine with it. I would have been like, okay, I don't give a fuck, but at least it wouldn't have been like, it wouldn't have been a distraction or obvious. I would have just been like, okay, fine, whatever. This is Raw. They're in Tennessee. They gotta promote the album. Blah blah blah. Whatever. That's fine on a Raw. But this is a fucking pay-per-view.
First of all, as far as I'm concerned, for a televised show, musical acts like that ass should be on there anything better than SmackDown right now. They should not be seen on Raw. That's supposed to be their premiere show. They should not be seen definitely on a pay-per-view. They should not be interfering with a title match of all things. Like, this superstar doing all that work, and I'm listening to that country music star promoting the album doing a title match. What kind of shit is that?
But if they was gonna do it, based off what he was saying, if they would have like the ending they gave on Raw, have Dolph retain the title at Night of Champion, and then you bring what's the name them, whatever the fuck they call, you bring them on Raw, and you do that exact same match to have Dolph win again. That way you can have Miz have a legit excuse, and he can feud with Georgia Florida line, basically just cutting promos talking shit about them every week, even though they ain't gonna come out. It would lead to something down the line. Otherwise, if you're not gonna do that, don't even bring them on the fucking show. There was no point of them being there.
I'm like, y'all want to have them
Just
on
because they
pay-per-view?
from Nashville. WWE is notorious of that. Oh, we're in Nashville. Let's bring a celebrity. They are celebrity whores.
I'm like, y'all gonna bring them out and most horrible spot, and y'all did it during a title match.
Of all things.
I mean,
let me say one more thing before we go to that match. They are such celebrity horror. That's basically just saying how bad they know their product is horrible, and they always trying to get celebrities to come in. That's all they're saying is our product is horrible. Let's bring in these celebrities.
All right, the next segment is Seth Rollins.
Open challenge.
Yeah, the open challenge.
Yeah, against Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is out because of
herniated
something.
I mean, hernia.
Yeah, hernia.
Herniated. He's gonna be out for like anywhere from several weeks to maybe a few months. So
he's gone for months.
Yeah, so
at least 2. Right
he'll be back before WrestleMania. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah, he'll be back for the
yeah.
If all goes well.
All right,
Yeah.
but that's not what we're talking. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this actual segment.
I like that a taxi cab showed up, and you know what would have been perfect if the taxi cab would have crashed into something, and then Dean came out of it. And Dean was an asshole. He didn't even pay the fucking cab.
JBO mentioned that.
No, been perfect.
JBO mentioned that.
He should have the cab mic'd up, and when he pulled up, he said, "Sir, that'd be $9.99."
I'll be done.
That was the perfect time to actually pull up.
I'll be done, man. I'll be $9.99, sir. He'd be like, "Go fuck yourself."
That was the greatest moment of Raw that we came.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Subliminal advertising.
He came out. He was right. It was like maybe 15 seconds. He was already out there, man. Oh my god! And then
start well though.
The ass whoop just commenced. And then they fought through the crowd and shit, man. The security trying to stop him. He jumped off the little speaker, the little light thing, and did an elbow drop. That nigga did an elbow drop. It was like he was posing while in the midair, like. That jump was hilarious, man. Oh. They had to tie that man up and give the fuck out of it. Oh man!
Some foreshadowing that though. So Seth Rollins, what is it? He had a little surprise for later, or something, and then he looked at the Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm like, some foreshadowing here.
Yeah.
I'll get to that on the Raw afterwards.
But what was after that?
Okay.
Afterwards.
Rusev with Lada versus Knuckhead.
The most boring.
What AYT just said.
The most boring match.
Can we skip that match, please?
No.
No, we gotta talk about how worthless it is.
How worse Lamar Kerry is.
No, how worthless this feud
I'm tired of
is. This feud.
Lamar Kerry should be the party.
They made him look like a slave.
These feud.
That is so racist.
You know what?
No, that's the truth.
Yeah, there's so much of truth. That's why I said before. Mark Henry embarrassed America so bad he should take his ass back to Africa. But enough of that though. Hold up. First of all, y'all build up Mark Henry because he actually hurt. First of all, Mark Henry dropped Rusev, gave him the world's strongest slam, told Lana, move bitch, so I can splash him. So he think leading up this, and the Monday Night Raw before, he broke the accolade. And then he dropped him again. I'm like, Mark Henry has a chance here. And then Mark Henry gets in the match, and he does worse than Jack Swagger did in any of the matches.
Before we move on, what does Rusev do?
Rusev crushes black people.
That is why Mark Henry could not win.
But no, that doesn't change the fact that this was a worthless feud. We got it. He's over. We got it. Okay, he can beat big people. Now get him through the big show so we can get through that horrible feud. Then go and give him John Cena so he can get buried down the line. So we can end this because all the Rusev matches have been boring since the Jack Swagger thing. He's boring. His feuds are worthless. Two of the most worthless feuds in WWE history.
Shut up! Vladimir Putin!
Putin makes me wet!
One day!
I want to say.
That makes no sense. Mark Henry supposed to be injured. Mark Henry's supposed to be injured. How the hell he puts on a better fight on Raw? He put on a better fight at Raw. He broke the accolade at Raw, fought back, and then this time he passes out to accolade instead of tapping out in the moment.
He could have did that the first time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He fought better, injured.
So worthless. So what a worthless feud.
That's what that's feud.
There's only one American true enough
Well,
and
think
pure
about
enough
this.
and patriotic enough who can defeat
we don't have to see.
Rusev.
We don't have to see Mark Henry versus Rusev anymore.
Thank God.
I hope
It's
so.
2-0. I mean, it's done. That should be done. It should be done.
Don't you mean 0-2?
I'm telling you, this is the plan with Rusev. They're gonna bring up old washed up wrestlers to look strong and make you think he got a chance, just so if Rusev could beat them and Rusev look stronger. They lining up body. Big Show probably gonna push around Rusev now for Rusev to beat him at whatever pay-per-view next. Just so Rusev be like, oh man, Rusev even beat the Big Show. Who's left to stop
It ain't
him?
gonna prove
You
shit
know
to
what?
me.
I think it's
It don't
all
prove
the
shit
matches,
to us.
all the matches.
They're trying Chris Master this so hardcore.
Yeah.
It's just not working.
But I was gonna say, I don't think they expected Jack Swagger to get as over as he did.
Here's what I gotta say about Rusev. I think you had said something
It's
earlier that you had
America.
idea who would beat him.
America
for
was
that.
over.
Yeah, that
but-
would be the people.
I like Mark. Okay. Rusev got to face someone first because y'all can't keep doing the whole Goldberg-esque streak or Chris Master-like streak where this man constantly going undefeated. He has to lose once. He just had to get a good loss in here where this man actually has to stand actually up here like, oh yeah, he actually got to fight harder when he's doing. Instead of basically being just a guaranteed Rusev gonna win.
Yeah,
Rusev crush.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that, because of Rusev being Russian, and every time he win, that stupid flag come up. They're basically saying that Rusev is running through everybody in America. Who's gonna be the American to stop him? It's basically what you saying, like with the Goldberg and stuff, but they put a little twist on it. Which is why it's okay with me, because who's going to be that first person from America to beat Rusev instead of just who's going to be the worst.
Seeing
first
as
person to
how
beat him.
I've seen the movie Rocky 4, I know who's gonna beat him. Rocky Cena. Or Darren Young. I still wish in the back of my mind, I want Darren Young to beat him. And this is like I explained it back in like a couple of videos ago. I mean, Russia hates gay people and Rusev crushes black people. When WWE has a gay black superstar, Darren Young.
And
Perfect.
I
It
have an
writes
idea
itself.
who should beat him. I have an idea who should beat him.
wait, before
Yeah, you told me about it.
before you say that.
I actually agree.
First of all, a black gay wrestler. First of all, Rusev is gonna obliterate that man.
What, he gets like a
He's
100% super effective critical or
What's
something
your
like
idea?
that?
What's your idea?
It's gonna be like Mojo Rawley versus Bo Dempsey all over again with that. But anyway, my idea was to have the guy that's been giving the run for his money on SmackDown for like 2 or 3 times, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns injured.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, before he got injured, if you ever watching SmackDown matches, man, Roman Reigns be whooping his ass in the streets, son.
Yeah,
And then bullshit happens.
And bullshit happens every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Every time. I believe he didn't have no bullshit happen. Roman Reigns would probably beat his ass.
He
That's
might
all
be
I'm
on
saying.
something.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Like, when I heard earlier, I was like, yeah, that make perfect sense. That's another strong opponent Roman Reigns can beat on his way to the title.
Yeah.
And think about it like this. Roman Reigns is still coming up. Rusev is still coming up. If Roman Reigns were to beat Rusev, it wouldn't be exactly burying him because Roman Reigns is not actually established or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my hypothesis.
I like that idea.
My theory.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm scared about Rusev is like all the other foreign superstars they build up. When they come down, Vince McMahon cuts them at the knees.
Yeah, that'll be
It's
down.
Khali,
there's
hiding-
nowhere to go but down.
I mean, what? Khali, hiding right, Kozlov.
Rich the Lionheart.
Got my ultimate line. Okay, I doubt it would happen. Like, y'all talking beating Brock Lesnar. Like, I was like, what am I sitting there? Like, have Rusev actually make it to WrestleMania and beat Brock Lesnar?
All right, that's good.
That would
Against capitalism,
that-
and Brock Lesnar is the
I don't know,
epitome of
like
capitalism.
Brock Lesnar got that kind of crazy heat for being the Undertaker. If they actually gonna be that serious by putting Rusev, that would be crazy. Having Rusev put Brock Lesnar in the accolade at WrestleMania and walk out with the title. it probably won't happen, but that would be insane.
I'm done.
I mean, like I said, Brock is the epitome of capitalism. He's a mercenary who only cares about
But
money.
that would be the craziest thing ever.
The workers, the people would demand a people's hero.
And then that set up Roman Reigns Rusev for SummerSlam.
That's a good. All right.
I mean, if they're gonna make Roman Reigns Samoan Cena, might as well have him somebody to overcome.
Or Jason Momoa's stunt double. All right. Next match was Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho.
Second best match of the night, in my opinion.
I thought it was pretty good.
It's for a guy on his way out.
It got the most
Randy
time
Orton
too.
had to win it.
Got 16 minutes and 21 seconds.
Because he had to win because Jericho's on his way out again.
No, I'm saying it got the most time.
Yeah.
16 minutes and 21 seconds.
It felt a lot long. It didn't feel as long as that.
40% rest hold.
It's
rest hold
because
Randy.
of
Randy, man.
But that was a good match for real. Though.
Yeah, I like that match. Yeah.
One of the few matches that you see psychologists do.
The only complaint about yet again was the ending because you could see it coming from a mile away.
I don't care. It was still a good ending.
That's the only thing I did not like about that match.
I was fine.
If it was straight with the RKO and be done, I was cool with it.
But then when Jericho got on the top rope,
like,
leap off, you're just like, okay, I'm like, okay, move on to the next match. Let's get to the Divas.
And I'm glad they actually made it like Jericho match when we snuck in that code breaker.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about Randy, joke about rest hold Randy. They gotta add to a contract. Dog, you gotta put the cigarettes down. Seriously.
For real, dude.
Nobody never got my professional athletes.
I don't like that Orton has a finisher that you can really not see coming, but every time you see Orton's RKO coming.
I think it's between the Crab and Vince White.
Yeah.
They want to make sure you know the RKO's coming.
Yeah, that's the thing about it.
Next match is AJ Lee versus Paige versus Nikki Bella for the Divas.
I will say this: it was not that bad of a match.
This was my favorite match of the night.
It could have been better because the formula.
Reasons?
The formula of the match. They kept
standard triple
one person would come in, throw out the other one, and those who would fight.
That was hilarious.
And the other person would come in, throw somebody else out, put in the fight. But no, all three of them in the ring were never in the ring hard.
Except for that triple superplex, which
and that was the best spot of the match. That was basically the only good spot of the match. But the one positive I'll take out of it, thank God, she is married to Danny Bryan, right? That's the one.
No,
Nikki is the one that is dating Cena.
Well, thank God Cena taught her something, because if she was still wrestling like she was earlier this year, this match would have sucked.
Yeah, that's some moves from Nikki.
Actually, it's been good all year. You just couldn't see it.
Because she was beat the fuck down.
Once again, she's not given time. She is a diva. They only get 2 minutes a match.
She was getting beat the fuck down.
The only divas that are allowed time
that's
are
why
AJ
this was my
Page.
favorite match of the night, because the divas finally got time.
Nikki shows her shit.
She how much time did
she got enough?
She got more than her sister.
Yeah,
That's
compared
a
to
long
Paige
time
and
for divas.
AJ.
yeah, that's
She
about
got more
at
than
the
Paige and
average of
AJ.
the
AJ and Paige just know how to
Yeah,
show it off.
they get 6 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Also,
It was
I
still
did
a
like
pretty
it
good
when
match.
AJ put Nikki in the Black Widow, or was it put Paige in the Black Widow and Nikki, or just it was Paige came in and just super kicked her.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But the spot, you talking the best spot in the match. Paige is too damn loud when they're calling their spots.
I don't even pay
Yeah,
attention.
then she
I don't
said,
even
when
pay
she's
attention
gonna
to that.
bloody get here?
I can never know.
Cause I did just sitting up. She said that shit's too heavy or something like that. I'm like, damn girl, y'all a little loud calling those spots. I know the crowd's kind of quiet during diva matches, but still.
Because they say
Cena's
Cena.
worse.
They say Cena caught, but I don't even hear that.
I don't ever hear Cena like that. But
Watch
You gotta
Botchamania.
watch
Watch
Botchamania.
Botchamania.
You can see it from a mile away.
You can hear him.
Yeah, Cena, you hear playing.
Of course, Cena ain't bad as Triple H.
Paige is bad too.
Triple H be yelling, throw me over there. I mean, we heard that in the pay-per-view back then.
I
But
laughed my ass off.
I think it is.
Nash scooped his ass up and threw him over there.
I pretty much knew Nikki Bella, the Bella twins in general are kind of bigger than some of the but I did not know Nikki Bella was just that much bigger than AJ and Paige. Cause she was just chucking AJ around like she was a little toy or something.
Yeah, funny.
I thought, I mean, in the back of my head, I didn't think AJ was gonna win it. I honestly, God thought that Nikki was gonna win it.
That was
because the way the storyline was going, I was like, okay, Nikki's winning this. I've already accepted this. Okay, so if she wins, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, okay, I could see it coming from a mile away. The way they're doing the storyline. It looked like Nikki was going to be part of the Authority and be the female champion for the Authority, and I'm like, okay, I accept this.
Let me tell you what I thought though. I thought if Paige was to retain, she would feud with Nikki because Stephanie would give Nikki the shot, and then AJ would have a legit reason to be mad at Stephanie. And that will put Stephanie back in storylines again.
No.
Or Nikki wins and feud with Brie for the title. That's why I did not think AJ was going to win.
See, we were almost like on the same page the first part. Then you just went off the road somewhere for the second part.
See,
you went in thinking Nikki was going to win. he thought Paige or maybe Nikki. I thought AJ was gonna win from the beginning.
I knew they was.
Kind of like, well, AJ's supposed to be the face. Nikki and Paige are both
AJ
apparently heels. So it makes sense for AJ to get that title.
They're both anti-heroes.
I was gonna say AJ and Paige. It's kind of
but
it's kind of
AJ's
hard
more,
to tell who's the.
But AJ's more patience than
He's right what he's
Paige.
saying. AJ is the face now, and
So now
Paige the heel.
So that'll give Nikki and AJ, I guess, a reason to feud.
I don't know.
And I guess that about Stephanie McMahon, they're still cool and all, but
I don't know about AJ being a heel or whatever, or a face or whatever, because what kind of a face opponent, face competitor will attack somebody after a fucking match on main event with a belt?
Well, she's crazy.
The quote AJ, crazy girls do it better.
You damn right.
Nikki slightly started to learn from AJ and Paige.
But go ahead.
Because several times she went out the ring, ass in the hair.
The reason I reacted the way when you brought up Stephanie, because where the hell has she been? Like, they're not gonna just throw her back into the storyline. They've already ruined that.
No, but because it's like Nikki could have said she wants a match. Nikki because if Paige wins, AJ don't get no title shot no more.
Yeah, I know.
That's a rematch.
But see,
so of course AJ would come out there wanting the match. Then Nikki would cut off and say she wants a one-on-one match with Paige.
Yeah, but
if Stephanie could just come out there and announce the match.
But see,
that would piss off AJ at Stephanie for keeping her out. That's why I put Stephanie.
But see, you're putting too much faith into one part that can make it all happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you know what? This is what I forgot to say, and I'm glad you said it. That made AJ winning that match made Nikki being in that match the stupidest shit ever. There was no point in putting Nikki in the match if Nikki wasn't gonna win or lead to anything else. She was just gonna go back to theater with Brie. Why was Nikki in the match?
I will say this though: if they do lead to Steph versus AJ, remember how Steph basically made Brie look terrible and towered over and everything. AJ and Steph is gonna look like a David versus Goliath match right there. And AJ is going to definitely have to use the Dolph Ziggler school of selling in that match.
The problem is,
AJ will make Stephanie look like a million bucks.
If AJ has to fight Stephanie, it's going to be like Brie. AJ is going to have to slow down, do her moves a lot differently. She is not going to be able to fight Stephanie McMahon like she would fight Paige or Nikki Bella.
How much time was the last match? What was the last match?
Oh, you mean John Cena versus Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
It was 14 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, they did because
they gave they gave Randy Orton and Chris Jericho the most time on that.
Yeah, because the pay-per-view ended kind of early. It was like 10:46, man.
So that's what we at. That's Brock Cena.
Yeah, that's the last match.
Brock and Cena. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have Mamoru Uchiha versus whatever his name is. I forgot that.
Mamoru Uchiha versus Goku.
That match was only slightly better because John Cena got some offense in. Other than that, the same match.
Slightly, I had way better.
Superman versus Goku.
Even though John Cena,
it was
actually, no, you're right.
Goku.
You're right. He got more. I forgot he hit him with 4 attitudes. Just
I like how the match went better than the first one because they let Cena get in offense, but they made his moves look weak to the end.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock Lesnar made everything John Cena do look weak. Until the end, when John Cena was like, fuck this, I'm going to just keep doing it over and over.
But that was so funny.
Every time Brock was getting out of the STL, nah, nigga, bring your ass back. Get back in it. I got out of here, nah, nigga. No, I ain't even going to give you the chance to get out of it. I'm going to let you up and I'm going to put you back in it over here. Like, oh, this ain't going to work fine. F you, your ass.
He still need to tighten that son bitch up.
I did the first time we seen how Brock Lesnar had to reverse the Kimura, like this one, Cena's not tightening it up. Because soon Brock Lesnar reversed the Kimura, like he grabbed that arm and turned it instantly like that. If Cena had it cinched in, it would have made it look a lot. He would have to basically roll it out like he did in the first match.
But boy, he made that attitude adjustment look like a pussy move. He kicked
three
1 count.
It is not really that special of a move. It's just the fact that Cena
does 2 1 counts and a 2 count.
Yeah, well, a 1 and 3/4, a 1 and 9/10 count.
Yeah,
yeah.
It wasn't, that second was a 2 count, but barely.
Yeah, it was a
count.
1 and 9/10 count. Yeah, that's
or 2 and 1/4.
Yeah,
2.1 count.
I said they booked the match near perfect.
Yeah, it was
pretty good. They kept Brock looking strong in that match. But the thing is, they also made Cena fight way stronger than he did.
Yeah, even though they made his attitude adjustment look sorry as fuck.
But he's been doing that really.
I mean, it's a sorry move to begin with.
But 1 count?
Let me tell you something.
1 count?
This is
it's
the
not
best
1 count, sorry.
That was the best he
ever
did the move. To me, this was the best he ever did the move. Because No,
Yeah, he did.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is the best he ever
Yeah,
did.
that was an 06 scene.
The couple of them almost look like Death Valley drivers.
Yeah, they did. Because he did Authority. Because because I brought it up when we were watching Main Event on the network. He don't do it with no authority now. He just lazily throws them and lets them fly. Like last Sunday, he did it with some authority.
Brock,
he wasn't lazy.
Hey, also the other thing, Brock actually taking it correctly.
Yeah,
he actually rolling over and nowhere sitting actually can slam him to the mat.
The suplex count was cut in half. They only had 7 or 8.
Yeah, but he did a triple vertical. I mean, then he belly to bellied him one time, and of course he had to German him.
I wish Cole would have made some kind of Eddie Guerrero reference when he did the Three Amigos, basically.
Well, I'm guessing he didn't do it because Brock Lesnar didn't roll out like Eddie. He floated over and rolled.
What I would have loved if
a floating roll.
I still thought like if they were gonna do a repeat of SummerSlam, what I wanted was like Paul Heyman to have like a clipboard, and instead of calling him suplex, he calls them Brockplexes, and then he'd be like having a list of them. He's like, Brock, do a belly to belly Brockplex. Now do a German Brockplex.
Brock Lesnar's not a Pokemon.
But the end of
no, it's like Taz. Taz used to like all his.
No, you saying
Lesnar, you submission.
Yeah,
clipboard reading out suplexes.
Yeah, you talking about
you haven't seen it left and right with every different
That
kind of
was super effective.
Why? Come on. What do it look like it's out there in the crowd? You see Paul Heyman with a clipboard. Brock, do the belly Brock play.
Do a T-bone Brock
Paul
play.
Heyman was not noticed on the outside screaming,
and,
no!
And then another thing that happened too, the Kimura got put on 4 different times, and John Cena
different variations too.
Yeah,
like
so it was kind of a weird, but the ending was totally unexpected.
Cena took.
I didn't even call that.
But for building up Cena for the last match, Cena actually took Brock's best and kept going.
And you know what? It's a good thing we didn't read the spoiler before that because it got leaked out that Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins were practicing how to take the curse.
I heard about that.
I'm glad they
Exactly. I'm glad I did not know that because that would have took away from the match.
Yeah.
But you had to say that. Knock out about bring that up. The end of Cena had this man in the STL.
He had just hit him with the
lead up to the whole thing. He had the STL. Brock crawled to the road. I mean, the first time, remember last time he put that Brock in there, Brock turned out of it. Out of a second, just beat the hell out of him for doing it. This time, Brock actually had to go to the ropes. He couldn't fight out of it. You know, he couldn't cinch that bitch in, but that's a. But he crawled to the rope. Cena drags him back, put him again. Brock goes for it again. Cena drags his ass back. He put him in the game. This time Brock didn't tap out and Cena like, no, fuck this. Absolute justice.
You're putting your ass back in there. Cena went Super Cena 2. And then that was the only way Cena was going to stand a chance.
I forgot about the Super Cena.
Super Cena 2 had to happen.
He hit that 4th attitude adjustment, and Seth Rollins came out.
That was his best one too.
Yeah,
the third STFU was funny because John Cena didn't give him a chance. Once he moved, he was like, nah, let's just fuck this. Seth Rollins bitch ass did the stupidest decision in the history of stupid decisions.
That was the smartest decision.
He didn't wait till the match was over.
No, this is smart. You don't jump in the ring with Goku up here and just whoop somebody.
No, Goku gonna Brawley. You forgot.
Goku gonna turn around and whoop your ass. You don't jump in that fight. But leave the Goku reference. Seth Rollins came in at the perfect time. Like, okay, Cena gave this man the STFU. Then he added adjustment to this man again. And this time he didn't kick right out of it too. I break this up. You know what? And Brock, while he did all that to Cena, Brock still on hands and knees. While Seth Rollins going to do this whole thing, trying to get the thing cashed in, and still managed to get off the curb stone.
Yeah, he curb stoned, then John Cena beat up Seth Rollins.
That was it. Cena did the ultimate good guy thing. Why I think he's never going to heal anytime soon. Cena did the ultimate good guy thing. He saved Brock Lesnar from losing to Seth Rollins.
That was no good guy thing. That was you came in, interrupted my title shot,
but you
hit me across the head.
Yeah, but I agree with that.
No, you ain't getting away with this shit. I'm whooping your ass.
But
that's what that was.
But thing is, you already know the ultimate good guy thing where you will save your opponent. What Cena did after he got Seth Rollins out of the ring, he stayed in the ring with Brock behind him, turn around and get F2 for his show.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't turn around. Brock said, "Come here," and he F5'd his ass.
Cena did the ultimate good guy thing. He's saved or even
he got rewarded for being
there's a difference in intentions. That was not his intention. His intention was you hit me in the back of the head with a
damn
briefcase. I'm about to whoop your ass.
Hey,
I'm about to win the damn title.
I never
If
seen
you
you.
interrupted,
But
I'm about to whoop your ass.
I ain't saying you wrong. But also, it's the ultimate good guy thing where the good guy saves his opponent, no matter how bad his opponent is. He just got no choice but to help. Cause like, he had nothing to gain by helping Seth Rollins.
If you
helping Brock.
If you think about it though, John Cena actually helped out Seth Rollins too, because if Seth Rollins was to cash in, let's say he wins, guess who we had to face in Hell in a Cell? Fucking Brock Lesnar. And then he would get drugged.
You think I got that was the stupidest decision ever? Why did he let Cena win and cash in on Cena? You don't cash in on Brock.
You forgot the worst part of it.
Brock was still in his rematch though.
No, not just any Brock Lesnar, a pissed off Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Jesus.
Like SummerSlam was a pissed off Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar still had a rematch for the title, so Seth Rollins still got hit.
There are multiple ways that could have happened. I mean, it's just that way happened, and I'm sort of glad it happened that way because I don't want to see Seth Rollins just get, annihilated.
And that would have unintentionally turned Brock Lesnar face.
But that would bury Seth Rollins.
Brock Lesnar, I mean, he's heel in really name only.
Yeah,
that is true.
Because he doesn't cheat, really.
Thank God.
Doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to.
That would piss me off about the whole Triple H and Punk thing.
I mean, Paul
Heyman interfering in this.
Paul Heyman does great promos, but he doesn't. His promos are heel slanted, but he still gives Cena praise in his promos.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
so
that's great promo.
He's heel, but it's just heel just because he's fighting John Cena.
That fits, but
you're always a heel if you're fighting John Cena.
But the end of the night of champions, just the thing they were trying to get us to take away from the ending of Night of Champions with Brock walking up was that Brock is such a beast that he can take three separate STFs, 4 attitude adjustments, and a curb stomp, get up and just walk away like nothing happened. That's what they wanted to take.
That Lesnar can be beat.
He is that beastly that he can take all that and just get up and walk with 2 feet.
You forgot he got a curb stomp. Hold up, he got a curb stomp after Cena did all that and he couldn't get back up. He didn't get back up. He was still in hands. He's trying to get back on Seth Rollins. Took about over a minute to cash in while everybody taking their own sweet time trying to cash him in. Then he got in the ring curve stuff and the Cena broke it up.
See, that's what I was going to say about the Seth Rollins cash in. The whole purpose of that is so Brock wouldn't lose and it still make Brock look strong. Yeah. Like he was saying.
But also
Brock took all those finishes and he got up. Brock was gonna lose that night. Brock was gonna lose. But they had Seth come and cash in with a legit way to say, we don't know if Brock was gonna lose.
But that was their whole point. But also they made Brock look. Oh, this guy can be beat.
Exactly. That's why they had him get up and do all that stuff after taking out the finishes to let you know Brock is still a beast. He probably get beat, but look at all this shit it took, and he still got up.
Basically, they say he can get beat, but ain't nobody gonna beat him other than John Cena.
Or you can beat him, but it ain't gonna be easy.
He can be beat, but you might have to use your finisher like 30 times.
Right. But basically, only Cena can beat, and that's all they show. Only Cena can beat, because nobody else is gonna pull that mess off outside.
Samoa Cena can do it.
Brock Lesnar's gonna hold the title until.
And now the good thing about this is now we're gonna get Brock versus Cena in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
See,
that's what that match. That's what that shit needs to be.
I hate the fact that they're getting ready to do that. Cause me, I would not have Cena face Brock Lesnar next month. I have him face Brock Lesnar on Survivor Series. Because in this case, first of all, I'm possibly about to get this title, and this son of a bitch comes in here and hits me in the back with a briefcase and gives me the win by disqualification. First of all, Dean Ambrose won, but the first thing, Dean Ambrose wants revenge, Cena wants revenge. Seth Rollins' ass should be on the line at Hell in the Cell. Hell in the Cell should be Seth Rollins' ass on the line. Brock Lesnar can wait. The beast is going to be there. I don't know, feed Big Show to him at Hell in the Cell.
Please
Let's get that over
with.
Or have Brock Lesnar just take a month off.
That's going to happen.
You know what? I actually like your idea of that. I would rather have Brock face somebody at Survivor Series, I guess Cena, and they just focus Hell in the Cell on the Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, John Cena shit. Honestly, I wouldn't even put John Cena in it. I would let Dean and Seth fight in the cell and let's end that shit.
No, the reason why I said Cena, because, dog, you just potentially cost me the title. If Brock didn't kick out, I had a title. The fact that you hit me in that briefcase removes any possibility of me winning that title.
And let's think about this. It's not really the title. He wants to beat the one who beats the one. That's why I agree. That's why, like what you were saying earlier about the good guy move. Also, he didn't want Seth Rollins to beat Brock Lesnar. He wants to beat Brock Lesnar. He didn't want Seth Rollins to cash in and then he take the belt off Seth
That was
Rollins. He
about
wants
the
to take the
ultimate
belt
guy
off of Brock. It don't mean shit being Seth Rollins to him. It means shit being Brock Lesnar though.
Like Vegeta go through all Goku again. Vegeta go through all that hell to make sure Goku doesn't lose to anybody but him.
Exactly.
Oh, but speaking of Hell in the Cell, like I think that what they should do is like I had this idea last time, or have you've ever heard the short story The Lottery? Whoever wins the lottery gets stoned to death for the harvest, and thus whoever wins the lottery gets to face Lesnar and gets fed to the beast for a good harvest, aka Mania season.
But y'all ready to?
Hey, well, you said about Kaiba. You remember if John Cena was Kaiba, that means Rusev would appear out of nowhere and just interfere and throw Cena out the match. And Rusev would win the title. Well, Rusev would lose to Brock Lesnar.
Or remember my idea of beat the clock? Have someone beat the clock, but do the do the handshake and then tap to the handshake to make sure whoever loses has to face Lesnar and be his victim. I still would have loved to see Damian Sandow versus Brock Lesnar, and Sandow just gets gets killed.
The reason I said a month off between Cena and Lesnar is to give them more time between now and WrestleMania season.
Also, to give a reason for Cena to face Lesnar other than just arbitrary reason.
Because we'll finally have a good main event at Survivor Series again.
Yeah, but Cena's not gonna be there for WrestleMania. They already cemented. It's Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar's gonna hold the title until then. He's not losing it. Since that we know his contract, they can just call him up whenever. So he's keeping the title just because of that, because they can just call him up. And Roman Reigns is going to be the one to beat him because he's going to be back before WrestleMania. So we might as well just forget any ideas.
Hey, you're forgetting the elephant in the room. The yes elephant in the room.
Hey, but let's
it's set in stone. Just forget throwing anything.
Ain't none of us said anything about anybody beating Brock. We just said having a match.
But
they said
WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, we just had good reasons to have these matches. Nobody beating Brock till Mania.
As this man has used on multiple occasions, there's an asterisk. Card subject to change. But if Roman Reigns don't get over the way Vince and them like, there's no way in hell Roman Reigns is going to be the one to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Oh, he's over already. It's just those IWC nerds.
The IWC is just starting to turn on him because they used to
starting to turn on him.
Yeah, starting.
I ain't worried about IWC.
Starting already.
But no, it ain't Cena hate level yet.
It's going to get there.
It will get there if they book him wrong.
I'm not even dissing Roman Reigns, but the way they building up guys like Rusev, we're like, he's going to look a much better opponent the way they're building him. Then Roman Reigns will be coming up. Cause y'all keep giving him. Matter of fact, like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins gonna look like better opponents come Mania time the way y'all are booking them.
Yeah.
Actually,
y'all booking Ambrose and Rollins so great.
Ambrose could be. Ambrose beat Lesnar.
Y'all building up Ambrose. Y'all make Ambrose the greatest. Y'all make Ambrose the greatest thing in wrestling right now.
That's what I
Him
said
and Rollins.
That's what I said before. Ambrose should get the Stone Cold push. When Stone Cold got so popular, they pushed him all the way to the championship when he beat Shawn Michaels. That's what they should do with Dean Ambrose. Why not? He's over. Everybody love him. Raw sucks without him. Give the title to Ambrose. Let Ambrose beat the beast.
And it's somebody that like everybody likes.
Everybody likes. Nobody would complain. We wouldn't be begging for Daniel Bryan.
Well.
Let's move on to Raw after Night of Champions after all the title conspiracies. Does anybody want to talk about anything on the Raw after Night of Champions?
I got my wish on Damian Miz down in the Miz with the Intercontinental titles.
Please don't kill my cake.
As far as Raw, people who are gonna listen to this, the 17 or 18 people we got to listen.
Well, damn.
This is just being real. Do not get worried. We're not gonna talk about the whole show, so you will not fall asleep like you did Monday. Okay, we're just gonna talk about a few things.
Shit, you fell asleep.
I didn't fall asleep. I was just on the computer talking to y'all.
After Big Bang Theory.
I think I was fapping.
I was on my computer.
But anyway.
I'll say this.
First of all, I miss Gotham for this shit.
I kind of remind me of that. That made me think about Raw, the whole fallout. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, John Cena. I like how that started off the show anyway.
I was just afraid they were going to try to siphon off Dean Ambrose's popularity and give it to Cena. Cause
they love doing that shit.
Yeah, if you get hot, Cena has to.
Are you gonna finish?
Yeah,
Yes.
Cena can siphon up all day. Dean Ambrose is just crazy enough. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
When he got Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose working, it's just perfect. So Cena can't even bury that right now unless Vince McMahon completely F's it over story wise. But the fact that both of them wanted Seth Rollins as Dean Ambrose was not going to lead the ring until that happened.
He
Then
was
the
about
story
to
comes
fight
out.
Cena just to fight Rollins.
That was
Hey, I was just about to say, I like how it started because Dean Ambrose just said, don't give me a reason for me not to like you. Then John Cena started talking all that shit like he wants Seth Rollins pose. Oh, we got the same enemy. Dean Ambrose was like, I already told you once. It was like everything John Cena said. He was like, I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. I want Rollins. I'll beat your ass to get to it. John Cena tried to be all the good guy. Oh, we both got the same enemy. Let's go get him. Dean Ambrose was like, man, I already done told you.
All you're gonna do is just get in my way.
The problem
All
is,
it did made me like Ambrose even more. Cause I was so scared they were gonna have Ambrose go, all right, let's team to get him.
they technically did.
John Cena was like, let me go get him myself, and Ambrose was like, not before me.
But I like how they did that.
Yeah, I
They
did
gonna
too.
surprise you gonna get this ass whooping. You're going to get this ass
That
whooping.
was so
So
funny, man. You just see D. That was battle. He started putting the John Cena came. That when he got.
no,
he
Cena was
started-
first though, but they both came out of the ring independently whooping ass to get the Seth Rollins. They both chased the man down.
I'm talking about backstage.
Oh.
I'm
No,
talking
that
about
was-
backstage.
Oh,
Oh,
you talking about
Seth
you talking about
car?
GTA?
I mean, yo. Threw that nigga out the curb.
Seth is like said, I need this.
I need this more than you, I think.
You see D hop on the back.
I'm like, damn, Dean, calm down.
I was
Like,
like,
man,
oh my
dog.
God. I was like, just the beginning of Raw made me miss Dean.
I'm like, man,
Yeah.
Dean did like, dog. Roman Reigns injured. Please don't just sit doing that.
Yeah, for real.
Now you jumped on the back of that. I'm like, oh
But
shit.
I was hoping it would just lead to another boring Cena Kane match and a refreshing Ambrose Orton match.
I said that too.
Unfortunately,
I thought
No,
we
we
was
got
gonna
the opposite. We got
oh
Cena
no, I knew
Orton.
they were gonna give him a tag match.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we got Cena Orton number 20 on television. This is an actual style. I don't know if that's just 20 times on television. Who knows?
Does
how
that
much
count
it's been live
pay-per-view
event.
too?
Yes, pay-per-view.
Okay,
WWE.
I could have swore it was at least in the 40s.
Me too. It probably in the hundreds, including the
if you
tours,
house
No, no,
shows.
no,
super shows.
We're talking about
y'all forget, like they're talking one-on-one is 20. You forgot about all the
Oh,
time they tag
God,
team each other,
no.
all the time they team together to fight the whole Raw roster
boy.
and all that shit too.
Cena KO.
So
Oh, the Cena KO was actually kind of cool.
That was
I'm not gonna lie.
for real.
Or was it the F or the FU KO? Because
That
that was before it was the AA. Don't remind me of the Cuck Fina sign.
Cena, Ruck Fools.
That was,
But
yeah, but what else happened?
but the thing is, the Kane Dean Ambrose match. Okay,
that match was garbage.
somebody. Okay, apparently Cena the only one who gets this memo. Because the only thing we're talking about is man. Apparently Cena the only one who gets this memo. When Kane go for this choke slam, you're supposed to kind of jump.
Jump, yeah.
Dean Ambrose did jumps Kane like he lifted him, but Dean didn't give him no lift. He just had to. He like.
He just jammed his ass.
He's like.
That's why Kane's chokeline
But-
be looking so bad. Cena's the only one that get
But the
elevation.
other thing about Kane is why I get excuse for this. Most of Dean Ambrose moves, Kane was a half step off. Like he went for dirty D's. Kane dropped to his knees, then
Yeah, I
dropped
saw
his head.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that ain't Dean went for a drop kick. Kane took it, then realized, oh shit, I'm supposed to fall. Then he fell right after. Like he just got
I
sloppy.
don't know. I think Dolph eating choke slams, he would leap too. But then again, that's just Dolph.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that's when Kane
After that
choked
match,
him.
remember? After that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
And then Seth Rollins tried to come out, and there was a chair right over there. Seth Rollins thought he was just gonna sneak across the border and come up to the ring. Dean went over and grabbed that chair. He's like, "Come on." And I was agreeing with Cole for once. Like, come on, Seth, get in the ring now.
Yeah,
get in the ring now.
Seth Rollins has talent tree for running like a bitch match style.
He
had all the abilities.
He mastered that.
Then he backstage talking to Orton. Like,
Oh,
I
my
appreciate
God.
everything.
Yeah.
Here comes
Oh,
there
boy.
Dean again.
He was level 30 on lead.
But the way he was talking to Orton backstage, so I'd like to extend an apology. You could tell Triple H and Stephanie sitting like, "Hey man, go talk to him. You know you're fucking this up. Go talk to him and get this straight." That's what it sounded like.
It'd be funny if Seth Rollins, it'd be funny somewhere in the storyline Seth Rollins get kicked out of authorities for all the crap he keeps bringing them.
Yeah.
Cause first of all, it's surprised like, oh no, Randy Orton, you finna get kicked out of the Authority.
Yeah. What happened after that match? The dude came out.
Oh yeah.
Dean Ambrose came out of nowhere like.
Oh yeah, then he fought all three of them.
Boy, he went ham, boy. Oh,
Hey, Mr.
I know
Dawes.
Good. Wasn't that right after that statement he got locked in that room?
Yes.
No, that was before.
That was before.
Yeah,
When
before he got
when he
locked.
jumped Seth Rollins backstage when he got locked in the room.
Yeah, then he got out. They were about to go, do the cinder block thing, and he popped out.
He popped-
Okay,
He
first of
beat
all,
the shit out of us.
they locked him in the room. Stephanie said keep him in his room. Who let him out?
We
Okay,
don't know.
I know the answer.
What was I saying?
Apparently the answer
Stephanie
was
McMahon
on-
Stephanie McMahon needs to pay more than get these Dollar General and security guards guarding the door.
I actually know the answer to that. If you watched Main Event on Tuesday, Dean Ambrose said, well, he was on Miz TV. Dean Ambrose said, well, they had a back door. And then he said, I'm not Houdini. I shit you not.
Like you said, Stephanie,
They
she
had a-
needs to probably rent a few more rent-a-cops to watch the back door too.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, y'all look in the room, y'all locked him in.
What he
They had a
did,
back
you're
door.
right. What he did after the match, though, and then he jumped off the announce table. All three of them.
That was nuts.
Hey, you know what's funny? Yeah, SmackDown or something. They should actually did that at the opening segment of SmackDown.
Oh
But
my
they were
God.
like, how the hell did you get out that door? Get out there and D-Ron like, back door.
But it's a,
You
good,
know,
it's a good thing we don't have to talk about the IC title. We already touched on that. How stupid it was.
But
I
do
got
have,
my wish. Miz down with the toy belt.
I do have another point to make about about the Miz TV thing on Main Event, even though it's a little bit off subject.
No, it's fine.
This dude, I think Miz got in Ambrose's face, so Ambrose headbutts him, throws Miz out the ring. He gives him the dirty D's. This fool picks the Miz back up, put him in the director's chair again, takes the microphone, picks it up, puts it in his hand, and makes it hold up to his like, well, that was Miz TV, everybody. Good night.
Dean Ambrose best thing on
Why can't this be on Raw?
That was on Main Event.
SmackDown.
That was on Main Event. That was the
You gotta
funny
pay
thing.
$9.99.
It's
Man,
worth it for
I
that.
actually want you to leave the network now just so we can
I
watch
agree.
that.
I agree with Lance Storm. I hope Dean's a horrible actor.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
if you're a wrestler,
Lance Storm
though-
was like, he hopes Dean is a bad actor, so he'll never be in movies.
The
And
problem
on
is
TV.
what we're seeing is I don't think Dean's a bad actor.
I think Dean would actually wouldn't be that bad as like the as an action movie hero, as the kind of just the psycho
I never seen it.
psycho kind.
Deadpool should be played by Dean Ambrose.
But Dean doesn't have a silly enough voice to be Deadpool. But Deadpool does can say some pretty.
Make him
silly
sarcastic
shit.
as fuck.
But I was wondering why Raw seemed so weird. It's because Paul Heyman wasn't there.
Brock wasn't there either.
Yeah, but what was up with that? Why didn't they book Paul Heyman or the Wyatts? None of them were there. They would have helped the show out a little, just a little.
Yeah,
Wasn't he on that commentary thing? That the 2K takes over
Yeah.
the comments.
Yeah,
or
He
whatever?
was? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That is
Him and a lot of other people
But
were there.
still, you could still bring the Wyatts, and that would have helped something. I mean,
Yeah,
even though
the
Bray's
Wyatt's
not,
on TV.
yeah, even though
What the fuck?
Bray isn't in a feud, you could do something. Just him doing promos is enough. He doesn't have to be
I
in a
know.
feud.
Rioters and Vince McMahon, like that. It ain't seen.
Bray
But-
just Bray's one of those guys that if you just give him a mic, he'd be fine.
And,
Exactly.
Yeah, and another thing, I was talking about how Big Show, how we should turn certain people heel, and we brought up Sheamus, that I brought up Big Show. Big Show should be heel in the way Kane is heel. He should be heel for a congregation of authority.
He should join the Wyatt family.
Oh,
he
my
should be.
Lord.
He should like in the way Kane. He's in a suit and he comes out, and then he'll beat people up on his own time.
Hey, I like that.
That's how Big Show should be. You should turn him heel, but you shouldn't have him wrestle matches. He should come out and just fuck people up for
Yeah,
somebody.
did not be a bodyguard.
And that would be cool. And then you could throw him in the match here and there like Kane, and that would be a perfect idea for Big Show.
Hey, and don't forget concept. It's about that time of year for Big Show to turn heel.
Hey, Big Show can go get. Hey, they get Wyatt something to do.
Big
Bray
Show
Wyatt.
should have. That stupid ass storyline when they would just belittling Big Show. Big Show should have joined the Authority.
They should have had Big
Yeah.
Show.
That would have just made.
When Big Show, it's time for Big Show to go heel. Have Big Show get his ass whooped by Rusev. Then throw him into a feud with Bray Wyatt. He Then Big Show get to come out with a bear mask on. And join the Wyatt
The
family.
authority is already weird because you only got 3 wrestlers.
Yeah, but other than that,
No, you got 2 wrestlers and somebody who's good at running.
But that's all I got. That's all I gotta say. I'll just piggyback off y'all for the rest of the episode. I'm done.
Shit, we pretty much done with that.
That's it. The Shield Triangle Plus scene is probably about the best.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even want to mention it was horrible because then that's just a whole nother 30 minutes right there.
That's it.
You know what?
The Raw,
This whole conversation made Raw not even seem horrible.
no,
we only talked about
we picked the stuff out of it.
Yeah, we
Hey,
only
watch
talked
out
about
this.
like 3 things.
The
Yeah,
Raw,
that's why.
the show was horrible, but the storylines they advanced weren't. The way they advanced actually wasn't. The show as a whole was.
Let's cut an hour out and then there you go.
Yeah.
The Raw too fucking long. These shows are only bad because they are too long. So they put a whole bunch of bullshit in between segments that are not needed and just make the show seem horrible.
And some of the writing could be done. Some of the writing and creative could be much better how they do this thing.
It's a shame that NXT has one writer and that shit is so much better than Raw that got
I think
Or NXT's an,
writers and Vince McMahon.
or NXT's an hour, and yet you feel like more shit gets done in an hour than they get in 3.
Remember we were watching Takeover, we were like, man, it's only been an hour?
But
Yeah.
his
They
thing
got a whole
about,
other hour to
but
go.
his thing about Raw though is what 3 hours?
3
3 hours.
So you break it down into 1 hour blocks for each part of it. You have an IC title, you have a US title, so you have 2 other titles that used to actually mean something.
You know what?
You got storylines go with Miz.
Yeah.
Miz and Ziggler the only one that got a storyline, but
Which is quite funny.
y'all.
Well, the U.S. title, for some strange reason, you just hold it for a long time and you never defend
and
it.
they do so with Sheamus and Sheamus and Cesaro. It could be worth something.
Here's a crazy idea. Why don't you just have the U.S. title be defended on SmackDown? Give people an actual reason to watch SmackDown.
They could do it better with this feud. Make SmackDown better like that. SmackDown is your follow-up show for what you couldn't do on Raw or what you didn't finish.
Like
so
how it used to be
You
before
mean-
the
in other
brand
words,
split.
the lines continue.
Oh, you mean Raw Rewind with matches? That's not. It's
I mean,
not
if
not
you think about it, when
it.
SmackDown
A
first started,
continuation.
No, I mean
Yeah,
that's what
like-
SmackDown is. Raw Rewind.
well, it
matches.
used to be like when SmackDown first started.
Yeah.
SmackDown was basically, like you said, a continuation of storylines.
Yeah.
Then Paul Heyman became in charge of SmackDown, and SmackDown started being its own brand. And then the whole brand warfare thing. And then
Great superior wrestling. One of them.
And then
My
SmackDown became its own little show. And then around 2009, I believe, is when the brand split kind of ended. And then that's when SmackDown started to suck. And then by 2012, it just became pretty much
Raw Rewind.
Raw Rewind.
But what SmackDown should be used for, like whatever you didn't have time to put on Raw, throw on SmackDown.
Yeah,
Or give
like
it,
that,
or let the mid card
I
do
hear what you're
something.
saying, like what he was saying. The U.S. like if you don't put the U.S. champion on Raw, throw him on SmackDown. Let's see him.
Give us a reason to watch SmackDown.
Just like the Wyatts weren't on Raw, they better be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was Real Wrestling episode 25. Peace and whatever.
Like the weed, we gon' burn that shit down. Lifted on the beat, about to murder it now. Word on the street, you been running your mouth. But turn up on me, I'ma turn that bitch down. Tryna turn up on me, I'ma turn that bitch down. Turn up on me.